Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations, where something has been stolen from this exhibit at the Clane Mystic Channeling Village. And with Maya and Pearly by our side, we talk to Dick Gumshoe about the criminal Mask DeMasque, and try to figure out how this heist has been done. Though we're usually in the business of murders, it seems we're doing something else for once. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Mask DeMasque. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Mask DeMasque is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims, what? But underneath those disguises is the true Mask DeMasque. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Tailor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. What? And you knew he was planning on stealing the sacred urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. That's a challenge, eh? Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. We'll ask more about that, but the ace detective that you mentioned. So why'd you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So, what's he like? Well, like I told you, Mask DeMasque has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Wow, that is impressive. All by himself? Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us has ever gotten as much as a glimpse of the guy. But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? Well, we'll go meet this ace detective after we get the calling card. So what's this calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's this mark on the front? That's Mask DeMasque's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. They didn't mention that on the news flash. We were holding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem. What? But I could print it on a card and put it through a mailbox. You know? That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycats someday. Why would I have any? Thanks, I guess. Alright, so we got ourselves a calling card. Can we open it up? Sent for a heist. The emblem is top secret. Touch the check button for details. The security at Lordly Tailor. I'll be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Corraine exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly, Mask DeMasque. Well, with that looked at, it's time for us to head on. Not present. We could go, hey look, I'm the thief. Give the calling card over. But we head into the basement warehouse to see this ace detective. Where it looks like things have been broken a little bit, judging by what's underneath the text there. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. That's probably because it's air conditioned to protect the art pieces, you know. Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. Who's this? Huh? What the heck does that mean? It's like an art director threw up on a person and thought, let's give him all the features. All of them at once. I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please make yourself at home. Who are you anyway? Shh, silence. Here, now I see. It's all becoming clear. What do you see? Svari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong? Yikes, that's scary. How did you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I'm a traveller of both time and space and a swimmer of dreams, Doctor. Who? What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. The name is Atmey. Look at me! I mean, Luke Atmey. Ace Detective. Oh, hi? Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. At least the art director didn't throw up on anything but my hair. The name's Wright. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. I'm AFA. Ace Spirit Medium. And I'm, Pilfey. I'm Mystic Mayor's cousin and, Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice. Excellent! Well then, shall we begin our little game? Game? Why does the phrase one short of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? 12. Right. As I hit the mic, let's talk about this game. So are you really as famous as you say? Of course! For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in the city that had not heard of me. Look at me! Yeah, well, I recognize you anyway, that's for sure. I am Mask DeMasque's arch-enemy, the Ace Detective Luke Atmey! At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light. Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I've been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this villain's patterns, I thwarted his very loathsome larceny. Oh, the alliteration is tripping me up. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Magina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from Mask DeMasque, with my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news in the Great People Around Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. What? Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much. So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. I'm an ace attorney. Oh, tell us what you know about Mask DeMasque, and keep it simple, please. Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds? Last night, here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in a most glorious battle. I see. Huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here? In Lordly Tailor? Naturally! Wherever DeMasque goes, you will find Atmey, laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps? More like DeMasque out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Let's ask him, shall we? Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. Now. Let's not insult someone's physical appearance, apart from the fact I said it was an artist's vomit. I first received the request of my services 20 days ago. And it was 10 days ago that we received Mask DeMasque's calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized. The calling card arrived, right? Yes. So, ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse, and waited for him. Alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? You've got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let DeMasque get away. I always operate alone and concealed, out of the sight of others. Suspicious. Concealed? Precisely! Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies first, you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred disappeared. But that's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. Someone who seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though no one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? That's just not possible. Well, it's time to start examining things, because there's obviously going to be more conversational pretext. Can you get out of my way? Because there's this on the floor, There's many things on the floor. Lots of paint as well. Sir Lawyer, please refrain from such crude behaviour. Huh? What do you mean? This criminal is an artiste. The crime scene is the canvas upon which he paints. Only I, Ace Detective Atmey, have an eye which is educated enough to read the signs. Could you translate that for me, Nick? I think he pretty much said, don't touch anything, amateurs. If there's something you wish to know about, you have but to ask Luke Atmey! I know everything there is to know about my rival, Mask DeMasque. What do I do now? Does he have any top secret information? Stuff that only a real criminal buff would know? I'm thinking about what to ask while I listen to what Mr. Ace Detective has to say. Well, I kind of have already talked to him, but he must have another conversation. No? I'm going to move. No, I'm not going to move. I'm going to move like that move. Hopefully, I can still look at things from here. Really? Get away, Luke Atmey. Let's present to him the calling card, eh? Get away from me, sir. Alright, you're not going to let me look anywhere. Which is rubbish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. Mask DeMasque calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive. But I would expect nothing less from my arch rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top secret piece of information. Well, we've got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here. Is an apprentice cousin? Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I know if I really want this guy to like us. Ever. Well, Sir Lawyer. I've been told that you too are pursuing the mysterious thief. Well, I'm not sure I would say that That's right! We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If, perchance, you should discover something of value, return then to my office. My office of earthly delights, the Atmey Detective Agency. Office of earthly delights? Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. Wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office too. Take me with you, okay? Well, as we get down to a new groove, let's finally examine the place. After Luke Atmey has gone and look and gone, I don't know. Go away! Ah! Weird people! But still, at least it's not a certain bag of old. A pathetic looking wooden box. Ah! That's the box that had the sacred urn in it! Don't touch it! There may be clues to the thief's identity on there! I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Mayor? What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been on its stand in the winding way of Fay Manor, so there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Poor Mayor. Maybe it had been better if Mask DeMasque had taken the box too. Or you'd not said anything. Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again? The Shichishito is literally 7-branched sword in Japanese. Or so says Miss Andrews. Whoa, it's pretty heavy. One hit, 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it's still like hotcakes. No, not really. There's something about it that bothers me. It's bent. Wow, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. This sword. Wasn't Mystic Atmey holding it last night? Well, yeah, that too. Ah. And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wasn't expecting less from my little ace apprentice. The sword is bent. So that must mean last night someone used it somehow. Aha! I just thought of something. Maybe Detective Atmey smashed Mask DeMasque with it. No. Like this. Get off me! Ouch! What the heck? I knew it was going to be me. What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Oh man, my head! My hair! My trademark! But it's been added to the court record. Let's just check this paint. Oh no, we can't. We can only check the burr sign. Looks like a part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr. Ah, I've got it. Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Like maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something. I kinda doubt it. Aha! I've got it! Maybe it says spaghetti. What? Why are you talking about food? Oh wait, that's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti. Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said spaghetti festival. What do you think? Okay to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Everything is wrong. Right. So there doesn't seem to be anything much over here, but there's a security camera. There's a security camera. It's trained on the big door to the storeroom. It's set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out. Good to know. A security camera? Yeah, go stand in front of that door and it'll snap your photo too, Pearly. Mr. Mayor, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Like this? Yeah, sure, like that, whatever it was. I don't know. Well, the paint's the interesting point, I've got to say. Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here. No, I did not. I didn't do that. When I wasn't here last night, I would have noticed the colour of this outrageous. But this paint is already dried up. Well then, you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. It looks like it's been several days since it was spilt. Hey, look at this. What is it? There's some kind of shape left in the bottom left side of the stain. Well, it correlates with the box, doesn't it? Huh? You're right, actually. I wonder what it could be. The statue's move, isn't it? Roughly. This statue of Mr. Atmey is so cool. I want a gold statue of myself. We could put it in the office. Hey, it's Wright & Co. How about a gold statue of me? Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. Huh? What is it, Pearls? The statue of Mr. Atmey. Was this where it was last night? Ah. I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah, I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin. So the statue was moved on the night of the crime. So the golden statue has been updated now. So I wonder if there's any paint on there, but the paint's on the box over there. There's even more paint here. I guess this is interesting. It says Organi. No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organized. You just can't see the last two letters. Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either, because this place is a mess. Yeah, you must feel right at home, huh? Cheers. Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? It looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Mayor, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Right, so we must have checked out a fair bit at this point. We've got the ceremonial sword that wasn't bent before the crime. Was it used to leverage something? Pry something open, even? I'd say we've checked out everything roughly here. No clues here. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just wanting to go to the right. There we go. So we've got a camera, we've got a monitor, is that? Hey, Pearly, you know what this is? It's a computer. A computer? Oh, I've heard of those. It has such a cute name. It looks like this computer is just storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. It's probably the trap that the detective set up. Let's see if we can find last night's data on this thing. We might even find a photo of Mask DeMasque. I see here. Man, I really stink at working these things. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up the photos. I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway. Guess you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick? Yeah, sure. Anyway, looks like the camera only went off once last night. Right, let me see it. So it went off around 1 AM on the night of the crime. We got a time frame, but we don't actually have a picture, which is disappointing. Is this ladder anything? Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Yeah, right, sorry. Why do I feel like we've had this exact same conversation before somewhere? I would not know. I would not know. But I'd say that's probably it for now? I didn't see anything else with my eyes of utmost power. But my cell phone's ringing. Hey Nick, your cell phone's ringing. It is indeed. A phone call awaits us. As a familiar tune plays through the air to play us out for the episode. Join me next time for more Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations, as we see where this phone call leads. I'm doing a weird dance, as I say, bye-bye.